Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
This November, you won't hear us say no, 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 because we're saying yes, yes, yes. It's Yes-Vember at Greenville Toyota. During Toyotathon, we're saying yes to lowering your payments to as low as $148 a month. Yes to no payments until next year. Yes to getting 0% APR financing. Yes to getting financed. We want to help, even if you've had credit issues in the past. It's Yes-Vember. This is the month where we say yes to great savings. Hurry to Greenville Toyota today, where if you give us 15 minutes, we'll lower your payment.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Winslow's Tavern and Dance Art Theater presents the Nutcracker Ballet on Sunday, December the 8th at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU. This year, the Nutcracker will have 2 performances, a Sunday matinee at 2 and a Sunday performance at 7. Tickets are $32 for adults and $28 for students. Net proceeds from this event will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network to benefit the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center. For tickets, call 328-4788 or 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
Cable 7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
Talk of the Town this hour brought to you by Bailey's Fine Jewelry. Yes, indeedy. It's time to get out there and start shopping for your sweetie.
Good advice.
That was a little poem I just made. I didn't know.
Pretty good, yeah.
And if you're thinking you cannot afford Bailey's Fine Jewelry, you are absolutely wrong. They got something for everybody's budget. In fact, if you're a young man, or maybe not so young man, looking to buy a diamond for your sweetie, if your budget is $2,000, $1,500, or even less than $1,000, Bailey's has beautiful, high-quality, certified diamond rings to fit your budget. You can get a gorgeous 1-carat diamond for less than $4,000. And there's no such thing as a dumb question at Bailey's. Ask them anything. They want you to be comfortable. So, guys, when you go shopping for your diamond, remember you can afford a diamond from Bailey's Fine Jewelry, located in Greenville, 511 Red Banks Road, also in Rocky Mount and Raleigh and Fayetteville. And every woman wants a Bailey box. Of course they do. You know, it's interesting. This reminds me of a story I saw online this morning. Let's see if I can find this. The actor who just died in the car crash, what's his name?
Paul Walker.
Have you heard this story about the fact that it's coming out now that Paul Walker, who is the star of the Fast and Furious movies, who died in the car crash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Varsity Blues, too.
Yeah, he was the quarterback in Varsity Blues, wasn't he?
That's right.
He was cool in Varsity Blues.
He was.
I liked him. He apparently, not long ago, was in a jewelry store. Listen to this story. This just came out yesterday.
Okay.
He was in a jewelry store out in Santa Barbara, California, and this couple came in. And the couple, let's see, I'm looking at it right here now. The couple came in. Their names are Kristen and Kyle Upham. And Kyle had just come back. Apparently, this took place in about 2004. Okay. Kyle had just come back from Iraq. Now, think about the war was really hot and heavy in 2004 in Iraq. And they went into this jewelry store and they met Paul Walker. But they didn't know who he was. But they were looking at an engagement ring. This is before they got married. They were looking at an engagement ring, and they were looking at it, and it was a $10,000 engagement ring. And the girl says, "I'm like, wow, that's really nice. I wish we could get something like that." And the husband said, "Yeah, sorry, honey, So they started talking to Paul Walker. They don't know the guy's a big movie star. They didn't recognize him. And so they decided that they were, they told the clerk, and they, were just shopping. And Paul Walker engaged him in a conversation and just started talking to him and asked about the guy just getting back from Iraq and all that. So the next day, somehow the jewelry store, I guess, had their phone number. The next day, the jewelry store called him back and said, "You need to come back to the store." Well, you know the end of the story.
Oh, my goodness.
They walked into the store. They said, "We need you and your fiance to come into the store today. We've got a gift for you for coming in and shopping yesterday." So they walked in, and the lady handed the young lady, she handed Kristen the bag. And in the bag was the $10,000 engagement ring.
Oh, my goodness.
And they were like, "What's the deal?" And the lady said, "It was purchased for you by someone." And they said, "Who?" And said, "Well, the agreement with the jewelry store was that we would not reveal his name." And it didn't come out until yesterday.
Wow.
That, apparently the girl working at the jewelry store came out and told the CBS affiliate in Los Angeles yesterday that story because, of course, Paul Walker died. And here's part of the story. This is the young lady talking about the whole scenario.
I noticed there was someone else in there, but didn't give it much thought, and we started looking at rings and whatnot, and he kept wanting me to go bigger, and I kept saying, "No, look at the prices."
When we were talking, we exchanged names and, kind of talked about what each of us did.
When he found out Kyle just came back from Iraq, I remember seeing the look in his face. It kind of transformed. One of the ladies came out holding a bag and just simply said, "Here's your ring." And I think both of our mouths dropped. And I think after a couple minutes of shell shock, I finally said, well, how? Who bought it? And she just smiled at me and said it was better not to say. It's still to this day the most generous thing anyone's ever done for me.
How about that story?
Wow.
That's amazing.
Now, see, that's a great tribute to him now that we lost him this week. Because all you're hearing about him in the media is how he liked to drive fast and how he lived a little fast and that kind of stuff.
Well, of course he's going to get that tied to him from the movie.
Sure.
That's just going to
Sure.
always be there. It may never go away. And the car they were in was super, super fast car.
But he wasn't driving.
No,
he wasn't. And it was nice to hear, though, that he was just leaving an event from the charity that he started, which is that Reach Out Worldwide, which they began when Haiti, which is still suffering, was so devastated.
He must have been a really good guy. It's unfortunate that he drove too fast, It's unfortunate. 13 after 8. I'm getting a lot of phone call, text and emails actually about the interview we just did with Governor McCrory about Oregon Inlet. And do we know if is the Stumpy Point? It's so foggy out there this morning. They have to they've shut down a lot of ferries.
They have.
There could be people out on Hatteras Island that can't get to work this morning.
Well, if you're trying to go from Hatteras to Ocracoke, you're not going. That ferry right now is suspended. I'm trying to get details on Rodanthe to Stumpy Point.
Yeah.
So, but all the other ferries, Pamlico and the Neuse River ferries, they are not working.
How about the governor calling out people by name on that website?
Eyebrows went up around the studio.
For those who got their name called this morning by the governor, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know he was going to do that.
Every eyebrow in this room went up.
I was kind of like, I'm not sure all the board members really know what's going on with this, but he came back and said that, so I was glad to hear that. But the governor has gotten so much criticism by the liberal media, the News Observer, WRAL, people like that, about stupid stuff. But I mean, here's a guy who'll stick his neck out on something like this for the people down there on Hatteras Island. And that's the kind of governor you need. He'll call people out and say, look, stop the silliness. And what is the environmental issue anyway about building a new bridge down there? What is the issue with it? I mean, are we afraid we're going to upset the oysters? Seriously,
there's
it's something like that, right?
It's the Pea Island Wildlife Refuge that they're worried about, the Southern Environmental Law Center. And also, I think when I was reading their website a little bit ago, they're talking about their concerns that the state has not presented enough planning and strategy to preserve any new roadway and bridge out there because of the ongoing erosion concerns.
This will be our spotted
banks.
owl, right? So they're more concerned about the spotted owl than they are human beings. And now you got people that are, trying to make a living down there. Let's go to the phones. Is it Jeff? Good morning, Jeff.
Yes. Good morning, Henry. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Look, I spoke to you a few years ago when we were talking about tolls on 95, and I brought up the fact that they were charging us to drive on the beach, and none of that money was going toward the bridge. That was a few years ago, which, I'm sure wouldn't pay for a bridge, but it would help a whole lot. What the environmentalists are saying is the birds and the turtles are being affected by the traffic, and they'd really rather it not. They'd just rather it be an island and you have to get to it by way of ferry all the time. Listening to the governor this morning, I heard of all these people in Charlotte and Chapel Hill, but I didn't hear a single name of anyone that actually lives on the island who could have an input of what it's doing to the people financially.
Well, nobody from the Outer Banks would agree to be on that board, Jeff. I mean, that's the Southern Environmental Law Center. It's a very liberal environmental group, what they do is this kind of stuff. They chase down these kind of issues to get publicity, what's more important, the birds and the turtles or the human beings out there?
Well, what I get, Henry, is that there are people on the Outer Banks that would go to these meetings if they were allowed in. If you're not an environmentalist, then they don't even talk to you. But it would be like somebody at the Outer Banks telling people in Raleigh and Charlotte what they need. They don't have a clue what they need in Raleigh and Charlotte. Same way that the people in Raleigh and Charlotte and Chapel Hill don't have a clue the people on the Outer Banks need.
Did you hear me read Tony Tata's quote in the paper this morning?
No.
Here, for those who didn't hear that, Secretary of Transportation Tony Tata, who I love, by the way, I think he was one of the best appointees the governor made. He's a former brigadier general, and he spent time building roads and those kind of things in Iraq, Afghanistan, places like that. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. This is his comment about the Southern Environmental Law Center in this morning's News and Observer. Those ivory tower elitists file these lawsuits from their air-conditioned offices in Chapel Hill, and they do so with their lattes and their contempt and chuckle while the good people of the Outer Banks are fighting hard to scratch out a living here based on tourism and based on access. Amen, brother.
Absolutely. The governor should get involved and make sure that there's somebody from the Outer Banks that at least puts in what this is doing to the economy, what it's doing to the people, what it's doing to the area of the Outer Banks, and not have just a bunch of latte drinking people in the middle part of the state that never visit the Outer Banks making the laws for it. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I'm an electrician and I work inland, but I do a lot of work on the Outer Banks. And I've got a job now that I've got to go down there and work on, and it's going to take me 2.5. I can get from my house to Rodanthe in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Now it's going to take me 4 hours and 15 minutes.
And you might not get there. You might not get there at all this morning because the fog is so bad down there. The ferry's probably not. We don't know if the ferry's running or not. Some of the ferries are not running because of the fog right now. So,
well, and a
right.
lot of times they have to shut the ferries down because the channel gets too much sand washed in it, and they have to go out there and blow the channel out so they can run the ferries again. Even if it was a good ferry system, which I know the state's doing it, it's an emergency ferry system. It's not meant to be a daily use ferry system.
Yeah. All right, Joe.
With all these people that are making the rules that are not down there, it just doesn't seem right.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Yeah, this is an issue that ain't going away anytime soon. All right, we got to get a break in. We'll come back. Heather's got news headlines when we return. Going to learn about the Nutcrackers this weekend, the Christmas parades this weekend. We got a lot to cover here this morning. Stay with us. It is the 5th day of December, Thursday. It's going to be warm today. Temperatures all the way up to 75. We will be right back.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
This November, you won't hear us say no, 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 because we're saying yes, yes, yes. It's Yes-Vember at Greenville Toyota. During Toyotathon, we're saying yes to lowering your payments to as low as $148 a month. Yes to no payments until next year. Yes to getting 0% APR financing. Yes to getting financed. We want to help, even if you've had credit issues in the past. It's Yes-Vember. This is the month where we say yes to great savings. Hurry to Greenville Toyota today, where if you give us 15 minutes, we'll lower your payment.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
This is an information update from the WITN Newsroom to you on 103.7 WTIB.
Good morning, everyone. It's 55 degrees outside at 8:22. Here's your WITN News Update. I'm Heather King. We'll start with the weather. There is a dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. this morning for much of the east. Several schools have been delayed. You can find that list at WITN.com. And there's also no ferry service right now on the Pamlico and Neuse Rivers. There is also a temporary shutdown on the Hatteras to Ocracoke Island run. Right now, we're trying to get more information on how things are going with Rodanthe to Stumpy Point, the emergency ferry, because of the Bonner Bridge being shut down. And here's the latest with that. A South Carolina Bridge Company has been awarded a $1.6 million contract for the emergency repairs to the Bonner Bridge. Emergency ferries are now operating on the state DOT shut down the bridge because of safety concerns. The ferry division tells us traffic so far has been steady with short to moderate waits at both terminals. The 2.7-mile-long bridge is the only link for Hatteras Island to the mainland of North Carolina. The DOT says it is not expected to reopen until December 31st. That's after sonar scanning last week showed scouring concerns where too much sand had eroded from the support structure. It's not safe to drive over. Carolina Bridge Company and the state are working together to develop a time frame for the repairs to be completed. We'll update you on that when we get the information. We know so far, though, that crews are planning to use sandbags and 4-foot-tall Ajax to provide support to the bridge pilings. Today is a scheduled court date for an Aden man who already admitted to videotaping inside the Carolina Mudcats baseball team locker room, who is also charged with doing the same thing at East Carolina University. Ladero Strong is charged with 3 counts of felony secret peeping in Pitt County. He was arrested in August. Strong was given probation this spring in a plea deal on a misdemeanor secret peeping charge involving the Mudcats baseball team. The one-time Lenoir County Schools employee was arrested in April 2012 after baseball staff members confronted the man who was posing as a cleaning employee. Police then searched Strong's home in Aden. That's where they seized 35 computers and at least 9 cameras. ECU Police Lieutenant Chris Sutton says the ECU cases occurred in the first half of 2006 in a men's locker room on campus. ECU says that the man never attended the university, nor was he ever an employee. Troopers say the owner of a gas station and wrecker service died in an accident that closed a major highway in Onslow County Wednesday afternoon. The Highway Patrol says that accident happened around 2 o'clock on Highway 258 between Jacksonville and Richlands in front of Eastern Outfitters. Traffic on the 5-lane highways was backed up for miles. Troopers say a red pickup truck heading south went left of center. The vehicle went sideways. It collided with an oncoming truck with 5 people inside. The Highway Patrol says Gene Sanders of Richlands, the driver of the red truck that went wayward, was airlifted to New Hanover Regional Medical Center but later died. 4 people inside the truck were taken to Onslow Memorial with serious injuries. A 5th person in that truck refused treatment. All lanes were shut down for more than an hour because of that crash. And we ask you several times a year at WITN, and today we're asking again to give the gift of life. A blood drive is going on right now at WITN Studio on Arlington Boulevard. The address, if you're typing it into your phone or GPS, is 275 East Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. You'll see the big Red Cross Bloodmobile parked outside. We are taking blood donations to the Red Cross until noon this afternoon, and we hope that you take a few minutes, about an hour of your time, to give the gift of life. With your WITN News Update, I'm Heather King.
0.7 WTIB. Weather.
Morning fog. In fact, it's still foggy out there in a lot of areas, and cloudy this afternoon. Warm, and a temperature about 75 degrees today, believe it or not. 62 overnight tonight. Tomorrow, probably record highs tomorrow. 80 degrees. That's probably a record for December the 6th. And it's Friday, and it's going to be 80 degrees, and I'm just saying.
I know.
McGee?
I know what you're saying.
Saturday, though, with the Christmas parade coming, temperature's going to drop again. Temperature's only in the upper 50s. And showers. Now, the Christmas parade, have you looked to see what time the rain is coming in on Friday?
I have not.
I mean, Saturday. Let's see if we can.
Late in the day, or
do you think we can get that up here? Because the Christmas parade starts at 10 in Greenville. Let's see if the. Let's see what it says. It says 60% chance of rain during the day and 60% at night as well on Saturday. So I don't know about the Christmas parade. We're hoping that it will not rain during the parade. If it does not rain, Jennifer Little and I will be out there hosting the Christmas parade, and it's going to be fun. We're going to be out there, and the folks coming by will be put on videotape, and we're going to be putting it on Cable 7. When will that start, Michael? Probably about Monday night, something like that? We'll have to announce the schedule.
Don't know. Don't have a clue.
Going to take you a while to do a little editing at that.
It is.
So come on out. Hopefully the Christmas parade will not be hampered by rain. 10 o'clock Saturday morning here. But tomorrow looks really good, and today also. 28 after 8, our news update this hour brought to you by TAB. Premium built homes. They've just opened their new office. It is the Southern Living House Plan Resource Center here in Greenville, right next to Finelli's Cafe on Red Banks Road in the Lindale Shops. It's the second showroom for TAB Premium built homes. And they've opened up here in Greenville to better assist clients in the Greenville area to design a new home and help them enjoy the building process better. TAB, of course, has won the Parade of Homes here. They are perennially winning national awards. They are the only Southern Living custom home builder in this entire area, I think in the entire state. There's only 100 in the entire country. And now the Southern Living House Plan Resource Center is open in Greenville. Stop in and see it for yourself and visit one of the designers. I promise you're going to be impressed. It's a beautiful operation over there if you hadn't been in there yet. And TAB approaches each home the same. Doesn't matter whether you build an expensive home or something maybe that starts in the 300s. They're happy to do that for you, and you can believe that it's going to be built to exceed local building codes. It's going to be the highest quality that you can get anybody to build a home. So stop in the Lindale shop, see the new Southern Living House Plan Resource Center by TAB Premium Built Homes, and you'll discover why people always say that TAB is the quality home builder in the area. 29 after 8, we're going to take a break and come back. When we return, it's also Nutcracker weekend here in Greenville. Not only the Christmas parade, but the Nutcracker performance coming up this weekend. And when we come back, we're going to give you some details on that. Stay with us.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
This November, you won't hear us say no, 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 because we're saying yes, yes, yes. It's Yes-Vember at Greenville Toyota. During Toyotathon, we're saying yes to lowering your payments to as low as $148 a month. Yes to no payments until next year. Yes to getting 0% APR financing. Yes to getting financed. We want to help, even if you've had credit issues in the past. It's Yes-Vember. This is the month where we say yes to great savings. Hurry to Greenville Toyota today, where if you give us 15 minutes, we'll lower your payment.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are Pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
Well, one of the real treats of the community here in Greenville every year is, and to kind of kick off the holiday season, is the production of the Nutcracker, which is done every year by our buddy Cheryl Tipton. She's been doing it for many years. The North Carolina Academy of Dance Arts here in Greenville. It is one of the top quality stage productions of the Nutcracker you'll see anywhere. And it's coming up this Sunday at Wright Auditorium at ECU. And we're going to talk about that right now and give you some details. Just getting acquainted with Jeffrey Phipps, who is one of the cast members, former professor at ECU, I just learned. And what is the role you play?
I play Herr Drosselmeyer, who is the godfather of Clara.
Yeah. Herr Drosselmeyer.
Herr Drosselmeyer.
Does it have anything to do with your long hair?
No, it doesn't, but my long hair is part of the character, yeah.
So you don't normally have the long hair like you have?
Not this long, no.
Yeah.
I'm letting it grow for the part.
Yeah. You kind of look like a member of a 70s rock band right now.
Well, I've been told rock band, crazy conductor, lots of different...
I like the look. Well,
thank you.
All right. So the 2 performances on Sunday, is that right?
Right. There's a performance at 2 o'clock and performance at 7 o'clock. The 2 o'clock is really going fast, so if people want tickets, they need to call yesterday. And the Sunday, there are still, the 7 o'clock, there are still some tickets left, and there are no really bad seats in Rod Auditorium.
Yeah.
I like to sit in the balcony, because if you have a dance, you can really see the patterns that dancers make if you sit in the balcony. So I recommend those seats.
And this is quite a spectacle. I mean, the colors, the music, the ballet, it's really something else if people have never been to the to Cheryl's production of the Nutcracker.
Absolutely. The production values are outstanding. She has a 40-piece orchestra, live orchestra playing the Tchaikovsky music.
And how often do you get that in Greenville,
Once a year. And then the costumes, the sets, the 150 cast members in this production.
Wow. Of all ages, I might add.
The youngest is 4. And then I used to be the oldest, and now we have a grandma and grandpa who came in this year. So every year Cheryl adds a different little something to it, so it's fresh and new every year.
Yeah. All right, and 2 and 7 on Sunday.
Right.
And now, how young is too young? If somebody wants to bring the family out for this weekend, there probably is an age limit, right? I mean, at what age can a child really appreciate this?
Well, I have a very dear friend, and I showed her daughter a DVD of it, and she was 3 at the time, and she was transfixed for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Is that right?
Yeah. So it depends on the kid. 3, 4. My great niece is coming on Sunday, and she's 6, and we waited till she was 6 so she'd really start to enjoy it.
Right.
So 5, 6, that group, and boys and girls. There's a lot of action in it. There's a big fight between the toy soldiers and these giant mice, and cannons are going off, and it's beautiful and it's filled with action.
All right, now how much are tickets?
For adults, I believe they're 32, and children is 28. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's 32 and 28.
And I would presume that the best way to go would be to call the ticket office today.
Right, call 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
Yeah, 1-800-ECU-ARTS. So it's the main
that's the
central,
main
central ticket office,
right
on campus. All right, very good. And this is really something else. Now, you say the afternoon matinee at 2 o'clock. And the weather looks like it's going to be good for a matinee because it's supposed to rain.
The evening,
so you may that one is almost sold out.
Almost sold out, yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice because it'll be our first audience, and whenever you have an audience for the first time, the cast is electrified, and they want to do their absolutely best.
Yeah.
And then of course the evening performance. Since we're only doing the 2 performances this year, the cast is exciting because it's their last chance to do those roles. A lot of the kids, and so. Whichever show you see is going to be good because you're going to have the energy that comes with a live performance.
How long does it take to prepare it's all year long, isn't it? Just about?
They have auditions for the characters in late September.
Oh, so they start that late. I'm surprised.
Yeah, and but a lot of some of the kids have been in this. The girl who's playing Clara, I've done the role for 12 years now, and the girl who's playing Clara, Brianna, has been in it every year. So as they come up to the more important roles, they have spent time as a baby mouse, as a toy soldier, as a party. Yeah,
so they kind of get promoted from mouse to soldier.
Right, absolutely. Mouse to soldier to child to dewdrop or something. It's a lot of fun.
Now, how long is the performance?
With intermission, it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
So there is
intermission, and I know that they have treats and snacks and things in the lobby for people to enjoy, and it gives everybody a little bit of a break.
All right, very good. The North Carolina Academy of Dance Arts production of the Nutcracker. It's this weekend on Sunday.
Yes.
2 performances only, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. at Wright Auditorium. It is absolutely one of the highlights of the holiday season in this area, in this region of the state.
Absolutely.
So,
it gets my Christmas started every year.
Absolutely.
This is it.
And Jeff, good to see you. Jeffrey Phipps. What is the name again?
Herr Drosselmeyer.
Herr Drosselmeyer. That's your role in this thing coming up this weekend, cast member.
I'm a magician and a toy maker.
All right, great.
So,
well, good luck with it. Break a leg.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jeffrey, thank you for being here. We got to get a break in. We will be back. More Talk of the Town coming up. Sports is up next with McGee.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
Winslow's Tavern and Dance Art Theater presents the Nutcracker Ballet on Sunday, December the 8th at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU. This year, the Nutcracker will have 2 performances, a Sunday matinee at 2 and a Sunday performance at 7. Tickets are $32 for adults and $28 for students. Net proceeds from this event will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network to benefit the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center. For tickets, call 328-4788 or 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
Having a vision of what really matters is how we succeed. Keeping an eye on the ball, seeing all the things that we need. Focusing on the big picture, always striving to do what's right. Carolina Vision Care, we keep what's important in sight.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. Okay, the heat is on today. That's the great Glenn Fry song. Crank that back up, Michael, so I do the weather. You got it there? The fog is going to hang around a little bit longer this morning. Some of the schools are on a 2-hour delay. You can check all that out on WITN.com. And it's going to be warm and 75 today, but I'm so excited about what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be 80 degrees. Tom Lamprecht just walked in tomorrow. It's going to be 80, Tom. It's Friday, and it's going to be 80. I'm just saying. You want to play? Going to be a little windy, though. Wind gust up to 20 miles an hour. And then the cooler temperatures coming back in Friday night. And then showers on Saturday and Sunday. Just checking online because I have a friend of mine that just emailed me and told me something was on WITN.com that I don't see. By the way, how was the interview? McGee's back with us. How was the interview yesterday with the DNA folks? That DNA lab that's opened in Greenville. You guys talked about it yesterday with the gentleman. What was his
Kevin
name?
McElfresh.
Yeah, Mr. McElfresh.
He's the chief science officer with the Genome ID.
That's a big deal for Greenville to land at. And I don't. Did Philip get the appropriate credit for bringing that to Greenville? Philip Horn brought that to Greenville. He's the guy that recruited those guys to Greenville.
I knew some of that. We didn't. He was very humble. He didn't want to really talk about that.
Philip was humble?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I know that he is. He doesn't. But Philip was the guy that brought that to Pitt County and got the developers involved. I mean, the economic development people involved, and that is a huge deal to have that DNA lab, and it's going to employ a lot of folks if they can get some help. They were trying to get some grant money. Did y'all talk about all that? Maybe I shouldn't get into the weeds too much on it, but
yeah, we didn't go into any specifics for any kind of grants.
But if they can get some, if they can get some help, maybe they'll.
Yeah.
Could end up being a huge employer. They already have about 50 employees or 30 employees.
A little less than that right now, but they're hoping to expand to get above that number as soon as possible.
And don't forget, today also is the day. In fact, it's I think it opened at 8
Mm-hmm.
at the convention center, free of charge. You can go out and see the new Grady White boat line.
Yep.
Grady White Boats has boat dealers from all over the country, maybe all over the world, in Greenville this week for their big dealer conference, where they bring in dealers that sell Grady White boats from all over the country. And they are showing them the entire Grady White line, including a couple of Grady White products that have never been shown in public before. And I think Grady's beginning to build some bigger boats now than they used to build. And it's going to be open to the public until noon. From now until noon, if you got time to go out there this morning, I was hoping to do that. I was actually hoping to get over there and see some of the Grady. I got such a busy day being out of town the last 2 days, but if I can get over there, I want to go over there and slip over there before noon and see some of the Grady White boats. And it's free.
That's it.
First time Grady White's ever done something like this, but, I think what was her name? Shelley
Tabal.
Shelley and Chris and Eddie Smith over there. Like, we got these boats here in the convention center, but people in Greenville, and I've complained about that with Eddie before. I don't think Grady White people know enough about what happens at Grady White Boats. It's one of the top boat manufacturers in the country, and it's right here in Greenville. But people. The boats are built here and sent to dealers, and they don't. A lot of people don't even know that they're being built here in Greenville. So I'm glad that they're doing something to invite the public out to see the Grady White boat line today until noon. It's free at the convention center. 14 in front of 9 o'clock. Ready for sports?
Let's do it.
Our sports update this hour brought to you by Stadium Sports. Here's McGee on sports.
All right, ACC Big Ten Challenge wrapped up last night, and North Carolina's roller coaster of a season hit another high as the Tar Heels knocked off number 1 Michigan State 79-65. JP Tokoto had a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Freshman Kennedy Meeks added 15 points. And James Michael McAdoo only had 8 for the Tar Heels, who knocked off the number 1 team in the country. And they've also knocked off the number 3 team in the country a couple of weeks ago, number 3 Louisville, but they've also lost to UAB and Belmont. So not really sure which North Carolina team you'll get to face as time moves forward. Number 5 Ohio State took care of Maryland 79-60. Number 8 Wisconsin beat Virginia 48-38. NC State picked up an impressive win over Northwestern 69-48, and Wake Forest took care of Tulane 72-57. Both conferences won 6 games, so the ACC and Big Ten tied in that challenge. Some NFL news, and the NFL has fined Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin $100,000. That came on Wednesday for interfering with Baltimore's Jacoby Jones on a kickoff return in the third quarter of a 22-20 loss to the Ravens on Thanksgiving night.
I'm telling you, it was the smile afterwards that got him.
That got him, yeah, the smirk.
He had a smile and a smirk on his face after he did that, like, look what I just did.
Yeah.
And, I was thinking when I saw that video, that's going to cost him. They're going to hit him. And
that's what got him.
That's one of the highest fines I've ever heard for a coach, isn't it?
That's big time.
$100,000 he had to pay for that little smile?
That's steep. That's real steep. Tonight, it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And some college football news. Florida State quarterback Jameis Winston will learn today at 2 o'clock whether he will be charged with sexual battery in the alleged rape of a fellow student, or whether or not he will, again, be a front runner. He is, but until this investigation is complete, which we'll find out today, the results, is a front runner for the Heisman Trophy.
And there's a story in the Greenville paper this morning about East Carolina, where they may go to a bowl game, that has absolutely no information about where they'll go to a bowl game.
had to fill the section.
I guess.
Had to fill the section.
There was I read that thinking, oh, here's some. The headline is Pirate Bowl Game Prospects Narrow, and I read it, and it's the very same stuff that we knew already.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, and Billy Weaver thinks that they'll end up at the Military Bowl in Annapolis.
You know, I'd be okay with that. If I'm going to go, though, I'm kind of into the idea of going to a Florida Bowl. I know that St. Petersburg Bowl was probably the bottom of all the Florida bowls, but it's still Florida, you know?
Yeah.
And if, you know, I would be more enticed to go there probably. And I don't know. I like Annapolis, but it could be really cold in Annapolis, Maryland this time of year, you know?
Yeah,
around the holidays.
It could be.
You know, this story, Nate wrote this story this morning, and the one new piece of information in here is that he speculates that East Carolina is also in the running for the Liberty Bowl, which I highly doubt. But his reasoning is this: if Rice should beat Marshall on Saturday for the Conference USA Championship,
right. Yep.
the Liberty Bowl ain't going to want Rice because they will draw flies. Even though they're probably closer than we are. Is Houston closer? Yeah, Houston's got to be closer to Memphis than Greenville is.
I would think so.
But he's speculating that. But, you know, would the conference
I can't see
really
the
allow
not
East
taking
Carolina?
The
you know, here's the thing.
We're
leaving the conference.
Yeah.
So we would be hopscotching Marshall and Rice to get to the Liberty Bowl? I don't think so.
Can't see that being the case.
That ain't going to happen. We're either going to St. Petersburg or we're going to the Navy
and either one of those
Navy Stadium in Annapolis for the Military Bowl.
Distance-wise, yeah, Annapolis a lot closer. Weather-wise, Florida a lot better.
If we play in St. Petersburg, we could be playing a MAC team, right?
You could be facing Ohio, Toledo, someone like that.
But you not necessarily.
Not necessarily, no. Correct.
But if we go to the Military Bowl, we're going to play an ACC team, probably Boston College, wouldn't you think?
Potentially Maryland again.
Oh God, no, please.
So
they just trounced us last time. All right, that's our sports update.
And we should find out Sunday, I should say, by the way.
Yeah,
should find out Sunday.
So Sunday we'll know where we're going to a bowl.
Yeah.
And. Sports brought to you by Stadium Sports. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to be live at Krispy Kreme. We want you to come out for that. But a week from tomorrow morning is when we're doing the big promotion with Stadium Sports and Xerox and Daryl Harrison and Rep Express for our Coats for Kids and Operation Santa Claus promotion. But Stadium Sports is going to be a week from tomorrow morning at Rep Express. If you bring a coat for a kid or an unwrapped present for a needy child, you're going to get a free T-shirt from Eric Jarman and the guys at Stadium Sports. So we're very excited about that. That's a week from tomorrow at Rep Express. And you stop by Stadium Sports and get something for the holidays. For the bowl game, especially if we're going to Annapolis, you're going to need a new sweatshirt and a new coat.
No doubt.
And Stadium Sports is also your headquarters for Costa sunglasses. They're now the authorized Costa dealer in Greenville. And they're jam-packed with a great selection of new Costas just in time for the holidays. And, of course, they've got great ECU cold weather gear. Great place to buy the Pirate fan on your list, something for the holidays this year. Stadium Sports at 1400 G, Charles Boulevard in Greenville. All right, it's 8 minutes in front of 9. We will be right back. Stay with us.
Accidents can cause serious injuries and create many problems in your everyday life. At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we work to protect your rights and help solve your problems.
Attorneys Wayne and Charles Hardy help injured clients understand their rights and work diligently to obtain compensation for their damages and losses. Sharp negotiators, experienced litigators, compassionate attorneys.
If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, count on Hardy & Hardy.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
This November, you won't hear us say no, 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 because we're saying yes, yes, yes. It's Yes-Vember at Greenville Toyota. During Toyotathon, we're saying yes to lowering your payments to as low as $148 a month. Yes to no payments until next year. Yes to getting 0% APR financing. Yes to getting financed. We want to help, even if you've had credit issues in the past. It's Yes-Vember. This is the month where we say yes to great savings. Hurry to Greenville Toyota today, where if you give us 15 minutes, we'll lower your payment.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Pepsi, born here, raised by Panthers fans everywhere.
Raise your Pepsi for a chance to win the ultimate fan experience. See specially marked 18 packs or visit PepsiRaisedHere.com to learn more.
Winslow's Tavern and Dance Art Theater presents the Nutcracker Ballet on Sunday, December the 8th at Wright Auditorium on the campus of ECU. This year, the Nutcracker will have 2 performances, a Sunday matinee at 2 and a Sunday performance at 7. Tickets are $32 for adults and $28 for students. Net proceeds from this event will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network to benefit the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital at Vidant Medical Center. For tickets, call 328-4788 or 1-800-ECU-ARTS.
All righty. How much time we got, Michael? Would you tell me? Oh, I don't think that's what my clock says here. But anyway, my clock's set. A lot of dense fog out there this morning. Be careful if you're on the way to work or school or whatever you got this morning. A couple of things to remember this morning as you're heading out. Don't forget the Red Cross Blood Drive at WITN Studios today, right down the street from us here on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Stop in and give some blood if you have time. Take you about an hour. And if you don't have time, just stop and give a donation of any kind and see my buddy Summer Woodard out there from the American Red Cross. And she can also hook you up. You can sign one of those Christmas cards for the holidays for some of our military members in some of the bases here domestically or overseas. So good thing they're doing over at WITN today. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be live at Krispy Kreme, and they're going to have the Christmas gift bags, which are a great way to say happy holidays. They include a bag of Krispy Kreme coffee and a travel mug. And you keep the travel mug, and then year-round you get 99-cent refills. You can also get a tumbler, which is $13.99 with a purchase of a dozen donuts, one of those great Krispy Kreme tumblers. Or you can get the stainless steel tumbler, which is $16.99. And it's all worth it, trust me. Krispy Kreme tomorrow morning. We'll have some great guests over there tomorrow morning. We're going to be talking about the Christmas parade. The Christmas parade is going to be 10 a.m. in downtown Greenville. And again, Cable 7 will be there. Michael will be there. And some of our folks will be on location. And if it's not raining, we're going to be taping for replay on Cable 7. And we'll start it next week. And we'll be able to hook you up with the video from the parade. I'm stumbling because I'm looking for a news story on WITN that my buddy Bill Clark from the university just emailed me and said is there, and I can't find it. but since it's been released, I'll go ahead and say it. He says it's on the WITN website. I knew it was going to be released later today. But I'm very excited about the fact that later today, the university will be announcing a new vice chancellor of advancement. And I have met him a couple of times. He is a terrific gentleman by the name of Chris Dibya, who's going to be joining the university from Tulane University. Offer was made and accepted, and I am very excited about Chris Dibya. I've gotten to know Chris, and I think he's going to be a terrific new vice chancellor at ECU. So that will be coming later today. Congratulations to Chancellor Ballard on getting his top pick for vice chancellor of advancement at ECU, and all the folks who were on the search committee. I can't name them all. I don't remember them all, but as chairman of the ECU Foundation, I'll be working very closely with Chris. And he's got great experience. He started his career at Duke, actually. So he's got North Carolina connections. He's worked at several big universities, and he's been the #1 person in institutional advancement at Tulane for the last few years, and was actually hoping to get back to North Carolina. So he was just the right guy, and I think we got a great guy. And so we'll get Chris on the show. You'll get a chance to meet him. I really like him. He's going to fit in great in Greenville, I can tell you that. And his family came here and loved it as well. So what's not to love about this community, right? It's interesting. By the way, Michael, I was in Wilmington, and I was meeting with some folks down there in the radio industry when I was down there this week. And I was saying, man, Wilmington's a great place to live. I might be able to retire here. And, the only problem here is crime. So crime is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You cannot stop it. And you hear that, you keep hearing that about our community, but you just can't stop it. All right. Thanks to Governor McCrory for being on. We'll see you tomorrow morning live at Krispy Kreme from 7 to 9. Come on down and be a part of the show. Have a great Thursday.
Hometown station.